Hello and welcome back to Teeny Crochets. I'm Teeny and today we're going to talk about what my goals are for 2026. Before I start, I'll quickly show you what I'm making. It's the same goddamn hexagon cardigan from the last video. It's probably still going to be this for another while because I don't want to pick it up. I love it. I love the colours. I love who I'm making it for. I don't love the yarn. And I think as well because who I'm making it for, my mother-in-law, love her dearly. I feel a wee bit of pressure. Like, I've only ever made cardigans for myself and for children. So this is the first time I'm making it for somebody else who's an adult. I feel like I've got high expectations on me. When I made my own cardigans, they're fine. I can see faults on them. I know where the thing is going wrong, but no one else can notice them. But I know where they're there. This is different. This is going to someone else. So I'm scared that if there's issues or there's faults, it's a whole different pressure for making something for somebody else. So I think this is why I'm dragging my heels so much with it. But I really need to get a move on with it because it's already taken too long. I've already got way too much I still need to do in crochet for other people that I'm still doing this. So I need to kick up the arse. I need to severe kick up the arse. I still don't think I'll have this done till March if I'm lucky. But I'm going to try my best. Anyway, on with what my actual goals are. So I've wrote down some goals that I would like to achieve in 2026. Some are crochet related. Some are kind of more YouTube, social media related. But we'll see what they are. My first goal, which I think is on almost every single crocheters list, is to work through all my whips. I have a lot of whips. I don't even know how many I have. I think that might be a future video, going through all my whips. But they're all stashed in multiple places. So I think I would like to finish them off, especially because I've got a few things that are like I was making for people and I just never got around to finishing them. I don't know about anybody else, but I suffer from quite a bit of imposter syndrome. So I will start making something as like a challenge and I'll get excited about it, and then halfway through it's either not turning out quite how I want it, it's not quite looking right, and then I just get like pure imposter syndrome and I just give up. So I would like to work through my whips. I've got some things for myself in there. You know, you're always the forgotten about one, the person who actually crochets. So I've definitely got a hexagon cardigan for myself, a black and white one. I think I only did one panel though, like only one side. So I might do the other side different colour, or I might do that black and white as well. I made my niece one and hers is like black and white on one side and then like rainbow, pastel rainbow on the other, because she's very much spooky vibe plus like wants to be a princess, just like her Auntie Teeny. So I might make mine to match. I don't know if I've got the rest of that yarn though. I'll figure something out. So there's that, and then I've got a Lost Souls shawl. Now I've made one before for my brother. I made his outer rainbow yarn that I got when I was in America, and I started making one for myself, and I put two yarns together. I was making this it was a Tenacious D concert I was going to, and I wanted something just a wee bit kind of edgy, something a bit different to wear. So I was going to crochet the shawl but then somehow like form it into a top or a cardigan, and it was a grey yarn with like this dark kind of rainbow yarn through it. I'm not really good at explaining it. I think it's mohair. It's a yarn that I got from a crafter's boot sale, so that I'll go into another time. But I got it from a crafter's boot sale, no idea what it is, no idea what it's called, didn't come with the label. So I was making a Lost Souls shawl for myself. That's not finished either. And like I was saying earlier, I've also got things for some friends that I started making. When I was streaming, I started trying to make a Scream doll for one of my friends. Never finished it. Defo got imposter syndrome during that. Other things again, I can list them in my head. And there's also like a little secret project for one of my friends in there. He asked me to make him something many moons ago, and I really wanted to have it ready for him when he was coming up to Scotland last year. Never happened. I've nowhere even made a dent in it. Literally was at the very beginning of it. So it's something I'd like to try and finish and maybe maybe have ready for his birthday. I highly doubt that too, but I would like to. I also have a leg of a giraffe that I found recently. Don't know when I was making that. So yeah, I've got a lot of whips, like a lot of you. So I'd really, really like to go through them all and just get them cleared out, because I don't know about anyone else, but when you go through yarn and you find like half-made stuff, you get like a little deflated of like, oh, I remember I was making that. Oh, I remember I was excited doing that, and then you just fucking left it. So to me, that's a big goal. Work through my whips. I'm always going to have whips. It's normal, but I want to go through the majority of them and just like check them off my list. Feel accomplished. Like, oh yeah, I finished that. So yeah, that's definitely goal number 1. Goal number 2, again, I think is a normal one that pretty much every crocheter will have, which is to stash bust. What work through all my yarn. I have probably more yarn than anybody's ever gonna need, that I'm ever gonna need. But I think like most people, when I first started crocheting, you bought yarn that was just cheap, that you liked the colour of, didn't really think much about it, and now I've got a shit ton of yarn that I'm probably not really gonna use much of. I have so much acrylic yarn, a lot of it in baby colours. I have a lot of Aldi yarn, Aldi like acrylic yarn. Again, which is they're all good yarns, like they're all, you know, you like what you like. But it's stuff that I'm like, I don't even know what I'm going to use this for, so I need to start just stash busting. I don't know, make hundreds of hats, try and sell them, whatever, just to get rid of it. Because I'm also trying to move away from DK weight yarn. So I don't mind DK weight yarn, but I would like to kind of move more into making lots of wearables. So I would prefer Aran yarn because it's thicker, it's easier to work up, it's quicker, less like on your hands, because the smaller the yarn, the harder it is on my hands personally. My fingers start aching, get sore. So I would quite like to move on to mostly Aran yarn. And I think again about 97% of my yarn is all acrylic. So I would like to explore some more cotton, which is what this one is. Just other types of yarn. So yeah, stash busting is a big one. Goal number 3 is to make more for me. I don't make myself stuff very often. I think I said in my first video that the first time I've actually finished something for myself was last year, and it was 2 cardigans. One was a cardigan that I started in 2021 because I made it the same year my niece was born. So that cardigan was going since 2021, and then the other one I managed to just knock it out over like 2 weeks. I don't know how I managed that, but I did. And then that was it. I've never made myself anything else. I went through a phase when I kind of first started crocheting where I made like the bralettes, and I made 3, I think, and I never wore them out because I didn't feel confident wearing like a bralette out and about, especially in Scotland. We don't really get the weather, but I made those, and I would maybe like to make myself stuff that I'm actually going to wear now. Like I am going on holiday this year. I'm going abroad with my partner, so I want to make some like beach cover-ups. I'd like to make a couple of beach cover-ups. I'd like to make maybe a couple of tops, just to have something a wee bit different, like something that's a bit me, and then I can feel proud and be like, oh, I made this and I'm getting to wear it. So that's a big goal on my list. The only thing I'm struggling with is I'm going to Greece, so it's really fucking hot in Greece if you've been before. I'm struggling with what yarn to make these things out of. So if you've got any suggestions, please leave them for me below, because I'm hopeless. With this cardigan, this is the first time I've used cotton yarn. I've never used cotton yarn before, and all my years of crocheting, always just at work, it was fine. And because like I said, I made a lot of baby stuff mostly, acrylic is totally fine for that. But I thought, alright, okay, I'm gonna, you know, push the boat out, be a bit more luxurious, use like 100% cotton. So this is the Lily Sugar and Cream stuff that I see everybody rave about. I fucking hate it. I hate it. This is shit. I don't like this. I really don't like it. I don't like the feeling. It's too starchy. It's a bit too rough. I feel like it separates. I don't feel like it glides nicely on my hook. So I don't know if it's just this brand of cotton yarn I don't like, or if it's just cotton yarn that I just don't like at all. So I'm going to try a couple other ones. But this is the thing again. I went off on a tangent, usual. I would like to know what is the best yarn to make for like beach wear, holiday wear. Because cotton, I think it deals with things better when it's wet. Like if you get acrylic yarn wet, it'll droop and go heavy and stretch, where I think this is meant to be okay, but it feels quite weighty in on itself. I don't know. If anybody's got advice, I'd greatly appreciate it. And goal number 4 is going to be to do more pattern tests. I've only ever done one pattern test before, and it was a crochet Highland cow. I can't remember the name of the maker that I did it for, but I'll pop it somewhere. And my attempt was awful. My attempt was so bad. Bless them, they were so nice, and they still included my terrible Highland cow in their picture. But I would like to do more pattern tests. I think it's a big confidence thing as to why I'm not doing it. I mean, there's also like time constraints. Time constraints is a big one with work. When someone's like, oh, we need this within a week, I'm like, don't really have the time to complete something in a week for you. But I would love to do more pattern tests. Love to do it. So that's something I want to try. At least if I can even do one pattern test this year, I'll be happy. Like, it's just something I feel like I need to give it a go. It was fun. It was interesting. It is a little bit stressful because you do feel the pressure of, oh my god, I need to get it to look right. And I will say the biggest struggle for me was, which I've learned from now, which was, good experience, you learn from it, that I usually make amigurumi exclusively in like the plush yarn. I don't make amigurumi with cotton or acrylic, normal yarn, nothing. I make all amigurumi out of the plush fluffy stuff. So this pattern was for normal yarn, DK, and I really did struggle with it. It came out oddly shaped, and I wasn't a fan personally. I should have just made it out of plush yarn. I don't think the pattern tester would have minded if I made it my way, like done it out of plush yarn. Obviously followed everything in their steps, but because I don't think they stipulated that it had to be one or the other. Like, it had to be DK. I'm sure. I don't know, I need to double check. I don't think they were like, oh yeah, you've got to make it out of DK. I've seen quite a lot of people who have tested patterns where like maybe the amigurumi is made in the pattern with Chanel, but they use cotton and then they make it out of cotton and it's a part of the whole test thing. So I couldn't imagine it would have been a problem, but I attempted it. I was shy at it, but I'd like to give it another go, learning from what I know now. So goal number 5 for me, is it 5? I think more 5, is to learn some tapestry crochet. I feel like I'm at a point now where I'm comfortable with my crochet. I know how to crochet. I don't feel like there's many stitches now that I'm not comfortable with, or that I wouldn't be able to give a good go. So tapestry crochet is definitely not in my wheelhouse. Not something I'm going to be able to do very well at first. And because I'm interested in carrying your yarn across. I feel like I'm not really good at that. Even in amigurumi, I don't carry my yarn across. I always snip it, tie it off. Just how I do it, just the way I feel comfortable working. But I would like to learn the tapestry crochet and see how people carry stuff across, or if they do just snip and go. I don't know, but I want to just give it a go. I want to create like wall art that's just swear words. That's just what I want. Like that. And just, I don't know. I think it's cool seeing people doing like the pixel art, doing like their favourite characters. I've seen people do portraits of their dogs. Like, that'd be cool. I would really like that. Like, and I think that'd be such a good gift for people. And if I could learn how to tapestry crochet, I could make things of people's favourite stuff. And that'd be really cool. So, yeah, that's goal number 5. For the next few goals, they're more like social goals, so they're not as interesting. They're a bit more numbers based, that kind of crap. I don't want them to sound like egotistical or anything like that. It's obviously just, you set yourself up with a little bit of goalage for this kind of stuff. And if you achieve it, wonderful. If you don't, it is what it is. You just gotta keep trying. So my first goal for like YouTube side of things is that I would like to at least make 2 videos a month. That's what I'm aiming for. If I could make a video every week, perfect. That is like ideal world. I know that's not gonna happen. So if I can at least aim for 2 videos a month, to me that's an achievement. So if I can get this one posted before Saturday, that's me done the first one. That's always the hardest one, just starting. So if I can get this one out, perfect. If I can do 2 a month for the whole year, that's 24 videos. That's achievable. That's achievable. Is that right? Yeah. But again, if I could do more, good. If I don't, oh well, bugger it. My next goal would be to at least hit 100 subscribers on YouTube. I know it's not a lot, but growth is hard. I'm not good at marketing myself at all. Absolutely terrible at advertising myself on other socials. I literally don't even really have any other socials except for this. I use Twitch. Well, I did use Twitch. I'm hoping to use Twitch again. And then Instagram. And I'm not very good at any of them. So if I can hit even 100 subs, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be so happy. Goal 3 for this kind of social stuff is I would like to hit 2,000 followers on Instagram. I'm at like 1.2, I think. Something like that. But I would like to hit at about 2k. That's quite a big ask, actually. Maybe we've at least go for 1.5k. Yeah. Let's go for 1.5k. I think 2k is a huge ask. And for the rate that I'm posting, probably not going to get there. So that will lead me on to my next one, which will 100% be to post more. I struggle to post on my crochet Instagram until I've got a finished product. Like, I really do. I don't know how people seem to always have finished stuff to take pictures of, where I'm like, I'm still working on this like 2 months later. How are people got the time to have a job and have a life and still have lots of things finished? That's what I struggle with. So that's why I really struggle posting on Instagram, because I don't always have stuff finished. And I know you can do progress stuff, but I struggle. I really do struggle. If I was better at social media, maybe it wouldn't be so bad, but I'm pish at it. I'm absolutely pish. Maybe another goal should maybe be like having a TikTok or something. But then I'm so anti TikTok because I'm an old lady. I don't like these kind of things. I don't like TikTok. I don't use it. But it's meant to be really good for promoting and marketing yourself, so maybe I should start. I don't know. Is the market too saturated over on TikTok too? It's all that, like, I don't know. This old lady just wants to sit and crochet. That's it. And then lastly, obviously, dream goal, which will not happen in a million years. But the dream goal would 100% be to be able to crochet for a living. So that's not a goal just for 2026. That's just like the all-time ultimate goal would be getting to crochet for a living. Obviously, who wouldn't want to do that? Like, who crochets? I'd love to crochet for a living, would happily sit and stream and crochet, would happily make your YouTube videos and would happily make more YouTube videos and just crochet. Like, that would be amazing. But that's a dream goal. That's a big pipeline. One other goal I was thinking about, but I didn't put in my list, was maybe to sell my crochet stuff. I know, like, a good way to start earning yourself a little bit extra money and all that kind of stuff with crochet especially is to do like one of a few things. One is to sell your stuff that you make. The other one is to write patterns. I'm not doing either of those at the moment. I don't think I'll ever write a pattern. I don't know if I ever will. I don't feel like I've got the brain for it. I'm not very good at like making stuff up. Obviously I can adjust things as I'm going, like adapt patterns to suit me, but I don't think I could just come up with something. And I also feel like almost everything's been done, so where does that kind of leave you with? Yeah, I mean, how many mushroom patterns is there? How many dog patterns is there? How many like live frogs is there? There's hundreds of all the same thing, and you can almost certainly, if there's a paid pattern for it, you can almost certainly find a free pattern for it. So I don't know what I'd be able to bring that would be different. I don't think I've got any pattern ideas that's different to then what somebody else has probably already done. And I'm not a designer by nature either, so I don't feel like that's a path for me. But never say never. But yeah, and the other point of selling, I think I would like to, but again, I don't think I have enough time to make enough to sell. Having, again, a full-time job that's very tiring, very knackering, I don't think I have the capacity to do it right now. Again, I'd love to in the future. I don't know if I'd ever want to do markets in the future. I've done one market, but it doesn't really count in the sense that it was at my own work. My work did a fair, and I took a stall, and I don't know how, but in like a month I managed to cram out hundreds of, not say hundreds, but about 20 to 30 plushies of all different sizes and stuff. And I actually did pretty well. I made about £250, and it was great. But it's stressful, as any of you might know who do markets and sell stuff. Oh, excuse me, I'm full of wind today. But I don't know if I could do that on the regular. It's a tough game, being a crochet seller. And I go to things like Comic-Con every year, and there's a lot of crochet sales now starting to hit the Comic-Con scene. They do sell a lot of the same things. You get your frogs, your mushrooms, your chickens. It's a lot of the same stuff. And again, now it's a lot of Pokemon as well. People are making their own Pokemon, which is great because I've made Pokemon too. But it's becoming a lot of the same stuff, and therefore competition's harder. And then pricing. That's another realm in its own, pricing your stuff. Jesus, I remember pricing my stuff for that, and that was horrendous, that little market. So, again, it's something that, would I want to explore it? I would, but I'm scared that I'm not in the right area for it, for one, for where I live, and then two, for the places that are a little bit out with where I live, where you could probably do good. I think the competition would be really high, and I'm not one for putting up a fight. So I don't know if I'd be able to do it. But those are like kind of extra little goals that I'm like, do I add them in? Do I not? Do I want to try selling? Do I want to try markets again? Do I even just want to try and selling stuff online? But again, the market is really saturated, so what am I going to do that's different from this other crocheter over here? The answer is probably not much. The only thing that might convince people to buy my stuff over somebody else's is maybe location. I'm closer, maybe, in the UK. And the price. Maybe I'm offering a better price than somebody else. That's probably the only thing I can think of that would maybe make somebody shop with me instead of them. Because overall, people's quality is usually pretty good to be selling online. But yeah, I rambled quite a lot near the end. This went from goals to a ramble, so I do apologise. That's just how it goes for me, I'm afraid. So those are my goals for 2026, my crochet goals, and my kind of social media goals, and then lastly, my like absolutely mental out there, not happening goals. But it's good to talk about them. So please let me know in the comments below, what are your goals for 2026? Do you have any crochet goals? Do you have just any crafty goals in general? Or just even like the normal kind of goals people have, you know, getting fitter, healthier, etc. Like, please share them below. I like to know what people are up to. I like to know what people are pushing themselves to do. Obviously, I'm a big advocate for, if things don't go your way, if things don't go out to plan, you know, that's just not what life had for you just yet. Doesn't mean you're not going to crush them later on. So it was really nice to speak to everyone again today, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.